4 Mech Brigade link-ups from Afghanistan. Garrison FM.
Army News, today's music. This is Garrison FM. I'm Chris Kay, linking up with Afghanistan, and I'm speaking to Major Kieran Holling, second in command of the Scots Guards. Thank you very much for speaking to me today.
It's a pleasure.
So, from your point of view, how is the tour going?
Well, I would say the tour is going very well indeed. We have now, although the brigade's only really got about a third of the way through its tour, because we moved fairly early, we're about halfway through our tour now, and we're well established. Everybody knows the routine. We've made a good relationship, strong working relationship with the ANCOP Kandak, which is a battalion-sized organisation that we're working with, and we're well underway.
So tell me about some of the work then you've been doing in the first half of the tour then.
This battalion is working with an ANCOP Kandak, it's 4-5 Kandak of the Afghan National Civil Order Police, and we are protecting one of the key routes in this area, which runs north from the main population centres of Lashkar and Gereshk and runs north to Sangin. And what we've been doing initially is really, we were manning a number of checkpoints and patrolling in support of those, and also doing some fairly independent action as the ANCOP battalion that moved into the area got to know the ground. And as we've progressed, we've been able to withdraw a number of the checkpoints and are now able to redeploy some of our troops rearwards. And at the same time, we have gone from leading patrols and taking some Afghans out with us to now very much supporting their operations as they grow in confidence and are able to operate more independently. So we now work very much in support of them, providing enabling effect for them, really.
And what can you tell me about your specific role and what you've been doing?
My role in the battalion normally is as the second in command of the battalion, but here the second in command becomes styled the chief of staff of the battle group. And so my role really is to coordinate the efforts of the headquarters so that we can best support the troops that are deployed by planning for them and ordering up all of the support that they need so that they can do the best job possible of supporting the Afghans. So yeah, my patrolling days are over. I'm getting a bit old for that. And my job really is to support the troops moving forward. So
what have been some of the major challenges in the time that you've been in theatre?
Major challenges probably makes it a little dramatic. We've, as I say, we've had a lot of opportunities really. Having come into the area and got ourselves established, we've been able to redeploy troops out of checkpoints which are now no longer required as the Afghans are able to take up the lead. So from my point of view, coordination of that and getting the staff planning for that has been an amount of work, but really nothing too much of a stretch, exactly what we've trained for, and a real opportunity to be able to do some good and look to a successful future, really. It's a mark of success that we're able to redeploy some of our troops, and we've already sent 2 platoons now rearwards to the UK as part of the 500 that are being redeployed. And we have, as I say, done an amount of work stripping out old checkpoints that are no longer required and returning those to what we call a brownfield site, but returning them to the natural state so that there's no evidence that we were there, and really lifting off that evidence of ISAF involvement so that the local people can get on with their business, looked after by their own security forces.
You mentioned earlier about relationships with locals. I mean, how are you forging those relationships and how are things progressing?
The local population in our area is relatively sparse by comparison with the areas around Lashkar and Gereshk, so that we haven't seen so much of the locals perhaps as some other people, but we've had fantastic success that only yesterday we got the first engagement of the district governor coming up from Gereshk to engage with the people, and he has set about a program of visiting and getting to know the troops that deliver security on his behalf, that being the ANCOP, and he's looking forward to conducting shurahs, so that's large public meetings with the people to find out what they want. We've done that at a more local level. We've met with local people who have specific demands or concerns about the security presence here, or who have asked for specific support in their local area, or we've managed to speak to about why we're redeploying and how they should be seeing that as a positive thing. So, at the local level, we've had small meetings, but the real look forward and the success story of the moment is that the Afghan local government is now able to re-intervene in this area and start to meet with the people and understand their needs and prepare to support them.
Well, I just want to say thank you very much for your time today. Do you have a message back to the rear ops groups at all?
We'd all like to say a big thank you to our rear operations group for the excellent support that they provide to our families and also to us out here, keeping us abreast of goings on at home. And I'd like to say to them, thank you, as I say, and to my own family, to my wife and my 2 daughters, I'd also like to say hello. And I am looking forward to seeing them over the next few days as I come back from my R&R. So to the Rear Ops Group and my family, I'll see you all soon.
Once again, thank you very much. That's Major Kieran Holling, second in command of the Scots Guards. It's Chris Kay linking up with Afghanistan, and I'm speaking to Guardsman Nicholas Ridgway from the Scots Guards. Thank you very much for speaking to me today. So first of all, how is the tour going for you?
Yeah, the tour's going very well at the minute. We've managed to get a lot of good stuff done, and it's just make us feel pretty good actually. It's going alright. Is
it what you expected?
In some ways, I suppose, yeah. And then showing of a lot of support from the Afghan civilians as well, which to be honest I don't think it'd be as good as it is. Which is
really positive and encouraging. So tell me about your time in theatre then and what you've been up to.
Well, this is my first tour, and I operate in the Mastiffs, and we just go out doing checks of the area, every now and again make sure it's safe and stuff, and then every now and again we'll go on patrols and stuff.
So when you're out on patrol and you're doing all of these checks, what are the kind of issues and concerns and challenges that you face?
What we've got is led a lot about the Afghan forces now. So they do some of the work and we step back a bit because they're showing a lot more independence in what they're doing now. And they've got some good skills as well.
So what is your relationship like with the Afghan National Security Forces? How are you forging those relationships? And is there a problem with the language barrier, have you found?
Everyone's got knows a few words in their language, but we'll always have the interpreters with us as well, and they can just relay messages forward, back and forth. But it's pretty good. The connection you make with them, it's easy to make, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So tell me about the conditions at the moment. What's the weather been like, and what's it expected to do?
Well, when we first got here, it was sunny. It was really, really hot. No, last night we had thunderstorms, so now it's just everything's gone a bit wet and mushy.
Does that make the job more difficult, or?
Well, we're trained for both types of weather, so everyone's used to it in a way.
Well, listen, thank you very much for speaking to me. Best of luck with the rest of the tour. And do you have a message for friends and family back home?
Yeah, I'd just like to say Merry Christmas to my family, and have a good New Year.
Thank you very much. That's Guardsman Nicholas Ridgway from the Scots Guards.
4 Mech Brigade link-ups from Afghanistan. Garrison FM.